It's time to play in the color glue book. Keep watching if you would like to see what happens. This book began as a reverse collage type of altered book / art journal to becoming a glue book. I've recently concluded that this is just really an altered book that is turning into something fun. It's part reverse collage, part glue book, part art journal, whatever. It's a hybrid. Because this is one of my many ongoing projects, whenever I come across images that I think would work well in the book, I collect them and place them between the pages. I recently came up with the idea to temporarily adhere all those bits of paper with a repositionable glue stick. This way the pieces stay safely inside until I am ready to glue them permanently. So that is today's big tip. I just like to play, and I have been doing things like this since I was a child. I started doing this in old Sears catalogs, and now I don't have any of those anymore. They were considered, trash, and I was just a kid playing with an old catalog that was considered trash, had too much glue. And when I was put on a glue buying limit, I went to tape. But look at me now. I thought some viewers might like to see the process I go through when I let the creative wheels in my brain just spin and there are no breaks. Hopefully this will be informative or inspiring to at least one person, entertaining to some, and maybe just give others the opportunity to say that I am completely crazy. Whatever. You have been warned. So please don't comment or email me that this is not your cup of tea. You are free to move on. In video number 1, I explain how I prepared this book, why I do this, and how I am inspired. There should be a link to that video up in the corner of this video and in the description below. Again, in this video, video number 2, you get to see the exciting, well, in parentheses, probably boring to many, steps I'm taking in playing in this color glue book or altered book. Well, it's a book, it's been altered, and I'm gluing stuff in it. And then I'm going to add paint too. Okay. Anyway, I'm still simply adding bits and pieces where I feel they can go. Again, this may not be your cup of tea, and you're free to fast forward. That's okay. And but if you're curious to see where the items that are going to be in this book once it's finished came from, this is the video to watch. Finished is a big word. I don't know if this book will ever be finished, by the way. Just wanted to add that. Now, as I'm adding these pieces in the book with the repositionable glue stick, I'm getting some ideas of what I can do beyond that point of just sticking some pictures in. And like here, this page. Now, this one inspired me to do something, and I think, well, I had fun doing it, and you'll be able to see what I did with that page later on. And of course, it's rare that any project I will do will not be done with the assistance of a cat or two. In this next part, I'm showing you how I've glued in some pieces already that permanently, and I'm gonna continue to glue in some new pieces. Now, I remove the pictures that were temporarily adhered with the repositionable glue stick, and in so doing, sometimes where I reposition the picture means that there's going to be a little bit of stickiness left on the page. So I just use a glue and residue remover eraser, which I consider to be an essential in any paper crafter's toolkit. And I bought my first one from a scrapbook store many years ago, and currently I'm able to find them even at the dollar store and online, of course. My adhesive of choice is acrylic matte medium. The brand I am using is Liquitex. I have decanted it from the larger bottle into a squeeze bottle, and I purchased these bottles also at Dollar Tree. So they're very inexpensive and they're easier to squeeze. They're for my hand. They also take less room on my desk. Now I'm still playing with paint chips also, and I really like the idea of removing some of the backing to make it less thick. And I'm using again the acrylic matte medium to adhere it well to the page. I'm using an inexpensive brush also from the dollar store. Paint chips tend to curl up a bit, so that's why I just use that piece of wax paper in between the pages and push down from the back. Sometimes I use acrylic matte medium when I have it at hand, of course, and other times I might just use Mod Podge. You can also use just glue or some glue that's been watered down, especially if it's a thick glue. It will be easier to spread. The Mod Podge is great also. The only thing I've noticed that with that product is that when you apply it on the over the surface, it tends to be a little bit sticky, so the pages tend to stick together a little bit. There are ways to deal with that, but if that's something that bothers you, I just wanted to let you know. Accidents will happen, and that's okay. It's really just a creative opportunity, because maybe later I'll just use some paint and we won't see that tear in the paint chip later. In this layout, I've gone pattern crazy. I'm not sure if this is going to work out, but for some reason I was just drawn to all sorts of different patterns in here, trying to match the colors as well. But the future will tell what will happen with this page. I'm not worried about it, and neither should you. Just you know, have fun. If you do a project similar to this, use it as an opportunity to learn and have fun. Also, use this as an opportunity to use up those paint chips you may have collected, or those images or pieces from flyers that you may have found interesting, like I have, to use them up in fun and sort of educational way as well. I also use this as an opportunity to use some washi tapes that I have in my stash that complement the pages really well, and I don't have the actual footage of using the washi on this page, but I will insert some pictures right here to show you what I mean. And I have also posted the completed page I did on Instagram, so you could see it there. So that's it for today's video. I hope you found this inspiring, and you will like it and give it a thumbs up. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell to be notified when I post new content. And until next time, stay crafty. Bye.